Welcome back, dear viewers, to the RPG Imaginarium, where here we seek to catalog the best traditional gaming stories the internet has to offer. Tonight we bring you the story of a benevolent necromancer from an unknown online chat game, originally posted anonymously on 4chan's TG board. As always, a link to the original story is provided below. Let me tell you about Necromancy TG. I played a necromancer once, in what I thought was a solo game over IRC. I went around to places where the economy was horrible, the rulers were tyrants, and the people were downtrodden. There, hidden in cairns and crypts, I taught people how to use the dead in their defense, and what defense was not needed in their fields. I taught spellcraft and surgery. I taught them to think for themselves. I overthrew tyrants. I saved civilizations. I left in my wake prosperous, well-fed democracies populated by the living and the working dead. Eventually I became old, tired. I knew that lichdom was not for me, benefits aside. I was ready to move on. I had mastered this side of death. Yet there was so much more to learn that required intimate knowledge of the other side. As I prepared my final resting place with a missive spell to go out to all my proteges, I used a simple scrying spell to view the places I had visited once more. What I saw surprised and disgusted me. The living once again working the fields instead of the schools and libraries. So-called good kings once more had tyranny over the people. Ignorance and fear ruled these lands again, and bodies were cremated even to the bones and scattered, so that no necromancer could use them for good or for ill. I traced back the lines of fate to find what had caused such disasters, what had destroyed the lands I had saved. Adventurers, so-called saviors hunting down the most powerful necromancer in the world. The Arch-Lich, they called me. I wasn't even dead. The stories they circulated claimed that I had lived 1,000 years, spreading misery and walking dead in my wake. Misery most certainly not, and I was scarcely 60 years old, but my mentor had certainly lived for a long time and his mentor before him. I was not even a lich. Not long after I discovered this, my body failing one organ at a time, this group of adventurers found me. I lay on my deathbed. They were expecting a fight, some cackling evil mastermind to kill so that they could have been called heroes. They did not expect an old, bitter man who had seen his life's work destroyed because of paranoia and bigotry. I told them what I had done and why I had done it. I told them of my hopes and dreams for a world where no living man would have to work, where all could spend time doing what they truly desired. Study, advancement, even the simple pleasures of a small farm and family if they so wished. A world free of petty tyrants where each man could vote for the ruler of their town or their nation. In the end I cried, for my proteges, good men dead at the hand of these heroes, for my plans dashed against the rocks of hatred, for myself an old, broken, dying man with a wasted life. As it turns out, my DM was using me as the big bad evil guy for another campaign he was running, and, according to him, I succeeded beautifully. Thank you all once again for tuning into another RPG Imaginarium. We're glad you enjoy these videos and stories. If you enjoyed this video and want more like it, how about giving us a like and subscribing to our channel? We're always glad to hear your feedback, and if you have a story you'd like us to read, go ahead and send us a link, whether it's your story or posted somewhere else. And of course, we will credit you in the original poster. A special thanks to 4chan's TG board and Reddit, and their associated archives and subreddits for providing such great stories. If you'd like to financially support us, why don't you consider checking out our resident GM Chaz and his Amazon Kindle page. We also have plenty of social media accounts which have some pretty funny things you can check out. And thanks again, and stay caffeinated.